From the Sacred Valley of Vilcabamba, it's another edition of Old Man Random Thoughts, number 5. First of all, a public service announcement. There are ticks present, verbal ticks. I'm doing my best to eliminate them, but there's one right now. Anyway, so I hope it doesn't bite me. This is going to be about microphones, levels. The microphone seems to be okay. I got a YouTube guru saying that I had done well on that. The camera seems to be okay. The lighting, I'm still playing around with. What I do is to open one side of the curtains or open the other side of the curtains to get good. This is natural lighting. This is right around noon on a Thursday. There was another those ticks, they're as bad as they are in the woods of Maine. And as someone who got Lyme once or twice, I forget. You want to there's ticks all over the place. You want to guard against those things because it's an infliction. It's a physical disease when they're little and they bite you. But if they come out of your mouth, they infect other people. Oh, I forgot, I'm going to have to add that one. I've got a list of the ticks here, Let's move on past that. See, I just avoided one, a tick called anyway. I get into these habits, and since I don't listen to what I'm saying, I just force other people to. Okay, the microphone level seems to be all right. This is a Blue Yeti. For those of you that are curious, it's black, but it seems to work pretty well. I guess they go for $100. The camera, I'm real happy with. It took a pandemic, the COVID thing. You remember the COVID thing. It took that to get me my Nikon. I don't say Nikon. That sounds kind of fey. Can I say fey, or is that one of the banned words? Anyway, it's a Nikon. Anyway, I didn't mean that. Let's start again. The camera is a Nikon Z5. The base model for the Z format, which is only a couple of years old, it's a recognition of the larger silicon imager size, the silicon chip that contains the 25. There's an Oz. Step on that puppy. 25 million pixels for high resolution. They weren't being taken advantage of by the older lenses, but there's a huge number of older lenses out there. Should I add but to the list? I've got to look at this again. They will go on the list, and they will be put on the warning ticks present sign that I just designed, and I'm going to insert somewhere here. What else do we have? Oh, the lighting, yeah. Natural lighting. I have clear shades. I have a curtain that is clear, and I have one that is black because the direct sunlight in the morning is a bit too much for me. The black ones are pulled back, and the translucent curtains are in and out depending on the lighting level. See, the sun's gone behind a cloud. But that seems to be working. Was but another one? Inserting graphics. That's the warning tick sign. I've gotten a lot better at doing that. My editor is CapCut, and I'm getting closer and closer to giving them money and getting the pro version. Although the idea of a subscription to software just goes against the grain for me. We will keep using it, and we will keep using it. In the future, should I develop requirements that exist in the pro version, I will consider getting a subscription to CapCut. But so far, in spite of the usual learning curve, I'm fairly happy with it. It seems to do what is needed, and keeping things simple is one of my goals. Keeping it simple. That was the next line item, in fact. Seems to be a recurring theme, and it's one of those things that you can argue it from both sides. I'm lazy. Why not? Why do more than you have to? Rather than doing more than you have to in each video, just make more videos. It seems that that's an important thing, making a lot of videos. I just looked at the video from a gentleman named Koi, I think, Koi. He's got 1.35 million subs, so he must be doing something right. His presentation was contained no text, unlike mine. But we will get rid of the ticks eventually. A little paramecium or paramycin, whatever. Is whatever one of them? Some kind of an insecticide for verbal ticks. Practice, I guess. He speaks of transition as a subject. Don't have a niche unless it's yourself. And if it is yourself, one of the important things, according to this gentleman, is to describe your transitions. Because with 1 billion people in the audience, more than 1 billion on YouTube, somebody is about to encounter that fork in the road that you encountered at one point. The same one, because humans are more alike than different. Cultures change things a little bit, but I imagine that just about every culture has a midlife crisis, or I lost my job crisis, or turning lemons into lemonade, that sort of thing. Now, is that sort of thing a tick? We're getting into a gray area here. I've seen several presenters that have a pattern of repeating certain things, but it works. I remember that being said about artists, singers, graphic artists, writers especially. They can break the rules. They can break the rules because they have an overriding sense of how to engage the audience. The rules are for people that don't, and it's more like a guardrail. If you're able to walk on that wire between the tall buildings, then there's no rules for you. You successfully reach the other side. You don't need any rules, apparently. For others, they would say, make sure you have a lanyard attached to it so you don't fall too far. But I need to do all the rules. But was another tick. I need to follow the rules. Being so new to this YouTube thing, there are all kinds of ways to fall off the wire, to lose balance and all, and to lose the ambition, to lose the interest. I think I'll be all right on that. This gentleman, Coy, said keep at it. Enjoy it. He said, if you don't enjoy it, it's torture. I know that much. But I enjoy the technical aspects of it, and the Lord knows I enjoy talking, as many people have pointed out. I said, Glenn, you enjoy talking. I can't disagree with him, so I need to put it to use. And it's not the money. I'm not going to monetize this thing immediately. I'm going to keep the thing simplified until I start to get bigger numbers. Then we'll consider doing the money thing. With enough subs and enough views, it opens up a requirement. One problem I have here is that I don't really have a telephone. I'm in Ecuador. I'm in southern Ecuador, by the way. I don't have a telephone down here. Don't really need one. I don't need one for calling taxis or calling somebody and saying, what you doing? Because I don't do that. But I do need a telephone for the two-factor authentication, which is the rule anymore. Maybe I can get that biometric thing where it looks at my fingerprint or looks into my eyes and decides it's me and tells the computer at the other end, it's him. Well, we've reached almost 10 minutes once again. It seems amazing how fast the time goes when I'm with you. You're my special viewer, I know. We have a bond. It's early, but our bond is very strong. But it's going to end right now. Ciao.